I don't know if y'all seen that show, 80s, the deadliest decades. And I was doing some research on the porn industry, and they say the golden age of porn is 1969 to 1984. And then if you go look back in my videos, I did a video on 6 black little girls missing out of Virginia. I think it was Prince George County, right? And so that's during the time of the golden age of porn. So I looked up how many people went missing between 1969 and 1984. You see what I'm saying? And then I looked up how many black people went missing between 1969 and 1984. Now, in 1970, the number has increased almost tenfold since 1970 to now. You see what I'm saying? So the number has been growing 10 times as much each year. Just like when they was talking about the 70, 69, 75,000 or 65, there was 65,000 black women missing on the East Coast. And then if you look at it today, it's 75,000. So it's done 10,000 more. So it keep tenfolding. And that's just that one sector. But we talking about the whole of the U.S. You see what I'm saying? So each year, 10,000. How is the same people coming up missing the same amount tenfold sometime each year? That's crazy. That's crazy. So I was looking at the golden age of the porn. And then I looked up, like I said, people missing. But then I looked up murders because I was looking up the 80s deadliest decade. And when you look up that show, it show you, you know what I mean? Like, cause they always talking about uh uh the 80s is the and it was the boom of America. It's when like the whole it's like the hit when America hit, you know what I'm saying, had a hit. You see what I'm saying? That's the computers, Microsoft, Wall Street. You see what I'm saying? The what they call yuppies, yuppies. You see what I'm saying? Yuppies. That's the millennial. You know what I mean? What they call it? Uh, 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 new. You know what I'm saying? In the corporate world, the millennials, the new ones in the corporate world, they call them yuppies anyway. But they call it the deadliest decade. And if you look at that, that's when America's Most Wanted was started. You see what I'm saying? In that era, listen now, in that era, you see what I'm saying? America's Most Wanted. You see what I'm saying? A lot of the murders. See, America's Most Wanted was started because his son was murdered by a serial killer. And see, that's what we talk. See, a lot of in Nevada, and I didn't even know this. Nevada is the capital of porn. You see what I was thinking? Maybe like Cali, maybe New York or something. Yeah, they players, but the capital of porn with this golden age of porn is Nevada. And I was looking at the bunny ranches. Them Jones been here, the bunny ranches been here since the 1700s, yo. You see what since the 1700s, they've been having bunny ranches to where you could go and pay. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people, listen to me now, a lot of just like we talk about that porn industry, and them bunny ranches, a lot of them women out there in that desert was coming up missing. Now I was watching this one disappear. This girl was a model. I didn't tell y'all this story, but we talked about the models with the connection with this. Now this girl was a model, right? And she started working in the porn industry, but she ended up getting in some trouble with some drugs and ended up snitching on some big drug dealers. So she moved out of, I think it was Kentucky, and moved to Nevada, Arizona, that area down there in the desert. And where she moved to was where the drug dealers was from. But she didn't know that. You see, she out there hanging out and end up seeing one of the drug dealers that she told on. You see, I think her name was Amy. Amy or something like that. You see what I'm saying? And she bouncing house to house, this, that, and the third, getting nervous because she done seen them people down there and she know she don't told on them. So she calling her mama for a bus ticket to get back home. You see what I'm saying? Calling her mama for a bus ticket to get back home. And her mama sends her the bus ticket, but she never shows up. So she calling down there with the peoples that she staying with, calling house to house, and they can't find her daughter. So she goes down to Arizona, Nevada area, down there looking for her daughter. You see what I'm saying? And I think that was the disappeared. You see what I'm saying? But that goes to show you she was working in them little bunny ranches and all of that. You see, bouncing around. Y'all know how they do. Prostitutes, the strawberries and all that. A lot of them, like I said, come up missing. But a lot of that culture started during the deadliest decade, the 80s, when I was born. The crack era is going on. You see what I'm saying? They leaving that smack and shit. They going into the crack era. You see what I'm saying? And see, a lot of them women got on drugs. And the only way they could support their habit was to sell their body. So they entered the porn industry. You see what I'm saying? Or just straight up prostitution. Bunny ranches. Because if you look at what we call them hoe houses in the hood, you see a hoe house, being for real. And then, if you look up the origin of the word, what they called it, honky, is when the white boy would pull up to a bunny ranch or a hoe house and beat the horn, honk, honk, and the black woman would come out of there and they would do their business and he would go on. You see what, and this is serious. You see what I'm saying? But see, the porn industry, the golden ages, 1969 to 1984. And if you look at that, just them dates, and you go type in kidnaps, victims, people murdered, people disappeared during that time during the golden age of porn, you will see the origin of the sex trafficking. You see? That's the origin of the sex trafficking here in this country outside of slavery. I know we as African people, the first sex trafficking victims and identity theft. I understand it. But what I'm talking about is they golden age of porn, man. Y'all look that up and then do the research and type in and say, well, how many people went missing during that era? And then how many people went missing or was sex trafficked from 1969? See, they ain't even had these terms then. But if you type it in, it'll give you some numbers, like the ones I told y'all earlier. So y'all like, subscribe, share, and I see y'all tomorrow. Drop out.